Yes, you may enter.
We get to listen in on that. No, this is also kind of an ASMR thing.
I'm sure.
What are you doing, Jeremy? I hear a lot of high pitched.
No, that's her. It's constant with her. Yeah, it's constant.
It's her because it scrapes her clothing.
That's it.
Or did she have ear? I can't remember.
I don't know. That and keyboard clicking. Like I'm editing out tons of keyboard clicking. All the
I can't
typing.
wait till she gets back to a normal microphone.
Yeah, me too.
She should just bring it there.
Well, she did that one day. I don't understand why she didn't just leave it there.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we did. We heard bits and pieces of it.
Oh.
And lots of...
Are you guys doing the ASMR again?
Yeah. Oh, hey, that didn't... Did you guys hear that?
Barely.
Oh, okay.
I did hear it though.
I didn't have it on the...
You're pretty quiet overall, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, that's by design.
Do you have a mask on right now? We're more than 6 feet apart. You don't have to wear a mask when we do a podcast.
Actually, it's not by design. It's I can turn myself up. How's that? Is that better?
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that my waveforms are always the smallest, so I'll just
Always.
Oh, that would be a wonderful T-shirt.
my waveforms are always the smallest.
My waveforms are bigger than
It's
yours.
not how big the waveforms are. It's how the motion
How
in
many
the
ears
ocean.
are on your
It's the
microphone?
motion of the how many ears are on your microphone? Oh my god.
Paul, can you go back
Lord.
to your conference after this?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Zoom. I just have it open.
So what is it that you're doing?
The conference?
Yeah.
It's basically so far it seems like it's mostly a design systems conference.
Mm.
Which
Well,
is good.
now if you check out the link, you can see the itinerary.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see something about usability or something that was
Yeah.
good.
It's good. They're really good. I mean, I know those guys. They're in Dayton, but it's really cool. The way they're doing it is very smart. Everyone's talk has been pre-recorded, so they gave everyone microphones. They had them do their presentation. They have closed captioning for everyone, so that you're not being bogged down by maybe audio or video issues. So all that's
that's
pre-done,
nice.
and at the end, Zoom has a little Q&A button. You click the Q&A and you send questions. The moderator will ask the questions to the person at the end of their talk who is live then. But that not so that you don't have all these people on video, you know, all these people trying to chime
Talk over
in.
each
So
other.
it's, yeah. So it's really smart. I was really watching it. It's really like, oh, this is a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
Are they just doing it this way because of the pandemic, or do they usually do these this way?
No, they've been thinking about doing it as an alternative to some of their conferences, but now they're just like, we're going to do. They turned this one that was going to be an in-person one into this virtual one.
Mm-hmm. And it's working.
But they made it free too, I think, just for the idea of exposure. They do that a lot. They do a lot of these free things for exposure, which like they go do workshops at like an event apart or some of the other bigger conferences. But smart business move on their part.
Schmert.
Good talks too. Like Ethan Marcotte was the intro guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know who he is, Jeremy. And they know Dan Mall, and they know all these other pretty well-known people out there. Brad Frost.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Do-
good.
do
It's a
they-
good-
do they
if
take-
they do another one, I'd recommend going. There's a lot of really good information that obviously seems pretty important to what you just were doing, Jeremy.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yes. Yeah. That's it. As I looked through the thing, I was like, oh, that is what I am constantly working on. So
he gave a little formula for the cost benefit of design systems, like why doing it over the long term produces more income or revenue, lot less wasted time for.
What is the design
Yeah.
system?
That's a good question, Joy.
Okay.
Basically, it's twofold, really. It's a system by which a brand operates in for all of their what's the word? Platforms. There we go.
Okay.
So if you have an iPhone app and an iPad app and a website and you have internal tools, so like they all have like, this is how buttons look. This is how the text styles are. This is the size of all the text. And this is our color palette. And this is our,
like a
all these
style
things
guide?
so that it's a robust style guide because not only does it come with the style, but it comes with the code. So if you're a developer, You just dump it in like this button, boom, done. Don't have to recode it. Don't have to rewrite it. I'm just copying and pasting.
Okay.
So it can go from like little things to big things, like a page. Like this is a form page, so we have this kind of look. This is a article page, so it looks like that. Like that kind of stuff can go that high level.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes everything more efficient for everybody working. But it takes a lot of time and effort to build. Yeah.
Sure. But in theory, you use it for a long time, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's got legs, if you will.
It
It knows how to use them.
Yes.
Yeah. And he also had someone gave him this pointer that I thought was really smart. It's like when you bring someone onto a team, have them immediately work on the design systems team because they'll learn everything about the company that way.
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
Like, huh, never thought of that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, or they can be the one to start it or to improve it or to all that. I'm like, oh, yeah, anyway, good talks, good stuff. If people are looking for stuff to do, there's a lot of people doing these conferences through Zoom now. So
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
what day? I thought yesterday was Thursday.
I know. I'm all
Wednesday.
messed up.
Because of my son's socks.
That's
'Cause I
right.
said
It was
Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What is he today? Monday?
What did the socks say today? They say Pete the
Yeah.
cat, so we're fucked.
Well, everyone knows that Pete the Cat is Saturday.
You're right. So it must be Saturday. So I make a lot of noise on these, huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Like what kind of noise?
I don't know. Like I was just listening to yesterday's and I was like, what the hell is all that noise? Is it like I don't know. There's a lot of clanging.
There's a lot of clanging. There's like most of the time I'm editing out a lot of keyboard clicking.
Okay. I'm going to try and.
But then then sometimes you're typing while you're talking and it is what it is.
It's multitasking.
Swallowing real hard.
Yeah. Oh.
That's because I had to take all those pills.
You didn't have. You could have waited till after the podcast.
Well, today I'm going to wait. They're sitting right here.
Look, guys.
Yeah.
I have to shit right now. I'm going to talk to you guys while I'm doing it. I'm not going to wait. That should be a challenge for all of us: is to try to go to the bathroom without any of us knowing.
Please.
What happens when you get caught though?
You got to fess up.
Yeah, it's like
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. No, I'm shitting. No, it could be peeing too.
Taking
The
a
peeing is
dump.
what's going to give it away for sure.
Oh yeah.
Sitting or standing, either way. You could always mute though.
Oh, that's so smart. That Paul.
Unless you just kind of really lean into it. I mean, these are difficult times for everybody.
Unprecedented times. So let's talk about Jeremy, how Clay County is like back at it May 3rd.
Yeah, that's stupid, isn't it?
Do you live in Clay County?
I do.
So you're going back?
No, I'm not. Hell no, I'm not going
What
back.
does it mean? Does it mean you can if you want? Or-
Yeah, well, it basically means that all businesses in Clay County are open again, and I think as we all realize, that's just a dumb idea.
Uh-huh. So you're not going to be forced to go into the office?
Well, no, because I don't work in Clay County.
Oh, geez,
I just live in Clay County.
It still is up to the businesses, though, right?
Mhm.
They can decide if they want to.
Yeah,
It's always up to the business,
But
right?
you can go do your thing if you
can get
wanna
your
do
hair did.
thing. You can go get your hair did.
Now, what if your business says that they don't want people coming in, but people still go? Are they going to stop them?
I think it's up to the business, Paul.
Yeah,
I mean, are they going to have to like put security people at the door? So
I don't know.
people
That's an
start
interesting
showing
question.
up?
That's an interesting question. I
'cause
don't
looters.
know. Well, no, like
Or just people who are like,
let's say
hey,
you're
the
still
state
doing
said I could go.
curbside. Yeah,
Listen.
right. You're still wanting to do curbside, but somebody insists on.
Yeah, but
Coming in.
if you're like, it's closed, it's closed. I mean, that's not like a new thought process for people.
Right.
Like,
But
what?
some
You're
people
closed. I'm
just
coming in.
don't pay attention.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
there's, I
you're
mean,
right.
the protester people who are like, I want to go back to work, like, because they're tired of being at home, or they think this is all bullshit. Like, I wonder
Those
what
people-
businesses will do there.
You know what? I bet. All
I mean, I
those
guess they just
people are
lock the doors and you
disability.
can't get in.
Right.
That's so mean. Yeah, you can lock the doors.
Yep.
So what do you think? I bet nothing happens. Meaning, I bet nobody gets sick.
Oh, I disagree. I bet you that there will be a new, because their whole reasoning for even doing this earlier than the rest of the metro area is they were like, well, in our county, positive cases have they flattened out like 2 weeks ago. So since we're not getting any new cases, then we're fine. Let's just do it.
Oh, but they had cases.
They had cases. No, they had cases. It's just that they haven't had any new cases over the last 2 weeks, and so,
okay,
that's a perfect reason to say, well, let's do it.
Then I'm back to thinking.
And again, for me, it's not so much that it's people don't stay in one place. They're going to move around. They're going to go out of state. They're going to go to other places, and then we're just going to have it come right back up. I bet Yeah, and I bet in 2 to 4 weeks we'll see another slight increase in certain places.
Yep.
To the south for sure.
For sure.
People are traveling and whatnot.
Well, or just getting out and just completely, going, well, it's all fine. It's fine.
Well, think about the people. Florida is open. Think about the people who are like, I'm going to Florida, that don't live in Florida.
And then they're coming back here.
Yep.
Yeah.
People in Clay County.
Or they have it and they're sending it to Florida, or, there's just so many. Yeah, I understand. Like, I had a friend being like, he's like, I'm not mad at these people for doing it because they have a livelihood. I'm like, I understand. There is no good option. It's bad both ways, but one way kills people and one is just inconvenient.
Yeah.
Well,
we have the money. The government has money. We can find ways to get money. We just like, ooh.
Well, I'm not,
we give tax benefits, but.
Well, what's that mean for your kids?
People,
are schools reopening?
No, not here.
No, not there in Clay County.
No.
That wasn't that canceled a while ago?
Yeah. That was a statewide thing.
Yeah, but that wasn't that long ago that Missouri canceled.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
So.
And I'm most terrified about fall when school goes back. Like,
oh yeah. And it comes around to germ season again.
Yeah, well, flu season again, like normal flu, plus this flu, plus all of it. It'd just be.
Yep.
And again, the concern isn't so much that it's the COVID, it's everything else. It's the taxing hospitals. Like, we got all these sick people and we have nowhere to put them.
Yeah.
This is going to be really terrifying to look back on in a year, just about. I mean, we're already doing the look back already. Like, hey, some dude in Trump's administration knew for a month and glossed over it and told him that it was better than it should have because he didn't want to lose his job. Great. Jesus Christ.
What's going on in New York these days? Are they leveled out?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I know I looked at the death count today and it was terrifying. It's so many more people than I thought it would be.
Internationally?
I'm pulling up the
just
John
in the United
Hopkins.
States. Internationally, I have no idea. Probably really high.
I mean, the top county, the top county is still Queens County. It's still all
New York. Because they're on top of each other big time.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I zoom in and I go to Queens County.
That's
and I click on that.
AOC's county.
Well, the data on that is weird. Why?
God, so you really in a 1 month time, 46,000 people have died. No, 48,000. Sorry.
In the U.S.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking a lot.
Wow. It's really weird. Looking at their, why? That's very strange. Well, it's hard to tell especially on New York because on this John Hopkins, as I look at the data, most of them are not over time, and so it's just a big spike. Boom! Here's this on today. Like Nassau County is the only one that has by day the number, so that way you can watch it rise. Now that one is starting to plateau a little bit, but all the rest of these, and then when I get down to Chicago, then there's data again. But pretty much everything for New York, it's hard to tell because the data is weird.
Hard to tell. Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Like all this is hard to tell. Like how many deaths were because of it that haven't been tracked? How many deaths way before all this was from it that we never knew? And, yeah, New York got hit bad. California somehow.
Yeah,
I thought California would be worse, or Texas even. I don't even know what happened in Texas.
It's when you look at the record daily deaths, that's really terrifying.
Well, if you look at the chart too for death, we have had several peaks and valleys along the way where it's like we think we're good, and it goes down, and then boom, it spikes back up, then it goes up. Like Google just has this built-in stats for it if you search COVID.
Oh.
This little chart is scary, sad.
Jeremy, do you know if in Clay County, if they're going to go as far as like movie theaters, like groups of more than 10 can
let's look
hang
up.
on out?
Let's see. Let me go back to my Microsoft Teams chat that we were discussing that. Okay, clayhealth.com.
This is exactly what I was just looking at, Paul.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, when you think about it in such a short amount of time, how many people have died, that's what I think is the most frightening, that everyone glosses over like, the flu kills as many people like in 12 months.
Right. That's why I say when you look at a daily count, it's like, that really sinks in.
Yeah, especially when they said it was the leading cause of death for several days in a row. That's nothing.
Okay. So they changed their stay-at-home date because the governor changed the Missouri state stay-at-home date to May 3rd.
Right. And then
so counties were operating differently than the state?
Well, the cities get to decide.
So, ultimately. Our city is saying, no, let's...
You mean the mayor?
Yeah, the mayor is saying, let's stay May 15th.
Can the mayor override a governor?
Apparently so.
I think in this situation, I feel like I read something that said the governor can say this, but then it's up to the individual cities or whatever to do. But that's not city, that's Clay County. That's the county.
that's the cities within the county, right?
Yeah, because you have counties,
which is not
mayors
Kansas
are for
City.
Cities, not for counties.
Right. Oh, cool. And then when you go to find the FAQ, it's a 404. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that the droplets from a COVID-19 don't hang in the air; they're too heavy.
I also read that you have, like when you're walking, the what's the word? Just basically airflow dynamics just pushes them away from you because there's some that are really small, just from not from sneezing, but from talking or breathing or whatever. That they're too small of particles that if you're just moving at all, they'll just kind of through wind or air resistance kind of blow around and then fall on the ground.
Yeah.
Now, if someone sneezes on you, very different.
Well, that's different. Yeah, that's a little different.
Not that there's no risk; it's just a lower risk. But again, the masks aren't for you to protect yourself. The masks are for you to protect other people.
Right. I just didn't
in case you
realize
don't
that.
You have it and you don't know it or whatever. But
I just didn't.
Do you guys have masks? The special made masks? Any of you guys?
Yes, my sister-in-law.
I had a mask for a long time anyway.
Yeah, I have like this old school packet of them, but not like the special made cotton.
Yeah, I had a cotton, it's a dust mask, but
I got a pink one with red
a reusable dust mask
Nice.
that I had for a while.
I think getting fashionable ones are going to definitely be a new future for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
They're in my Instagram feed. There's a Star Wars series of them.
Nice. So you're looking for a Kylo one.
To put on my face? Put that Kylo on my face.
Have you ever tried to take the old Burt Reynolds photo with him leaning, semi-naked and put Kylo's head on top?
And then put it on a mask.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Why not?
Why you got to be like that?
Or the Jeff Goldblum, the others, the sexy Jeff Goldblum, and take his head off and put good old Ben
Solo
on there. Yeah.
without a helmet.
So basically I finally found they just had a bad link. So what happens after the order expires? There may not be an immediate and obvious change once the order expires on May 3rd. While some restrictions may loosen and businesses may reopen to a degree, Clay County Public Health will still recommend precautions like not gathering in large groups, wearing a mask in public, and washing your hands and surfaces frequently. What if I live or work in a city whose emergency order expires after the county's emergency order? You must follow the order of that particular city. And finally, and most importantly, What if I don't feel safe leaving home or reopening my business after May 3rd? Every individual and business must do what they believe is best for their own situation. Although the return to normal will be a gradual one, because of your health condition or other circumstances, you may choose to stay at home and self-isolate from the public past May 3rd. Employees asked to return to work but do not feel safe should communicate with their human resources representative or supervisor to discuss ways the company or organization plans to protect them and what their options are, i.e., you're fired. So,
Furlough.
How do you feel about furlough, aka you're going to be fired soon?
yes.
You like that?
Yeah.
Hey, when you're furloughed, you're not paid, or you
Right.
are
Yeah.
paid?
No, you are not paid.
You're not paid.
You're
but
not paid,
fired.
but you still have
But
a
you
job.
still have a job, but yes, you're
Can you be
and
looking
benefits.
for
I
another
believe
job?
you also get to keep benefits.
You do keep your benefits. That's huge. Okay.
Yeah. Because you're still employed. You're not unemployed.
Right.
But some
So
people
if-
would rather go on unemployment and get money potentially
Right.
than to just be sitting around without having
kind of depends
money
on
come in.
your
Yeah, it's
situation.
so I have health insurance, but I'm not getting anything, or I can have money coming in but no health insurance. It's great. America has it all figured out.
Right? Shoot. Well, I'm going to have to go pretty soon. I got to yawn and take all these pills.
Oh my.
okay. Well, in that case.